everybody. Good afternoon. It's Ocean's Pit time, 12 o'clock on Tuesday. You know what that means. It's Twisted and Unfiltered Fun Tuesday, Twisted Tuesday with Tonio and Carol Brandolino is in the house. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders and our good friends, of course, for all the military, our veterans. Thank you so much for what you do, but mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show. Carol, how are you doing today?
Doing good. You see behind me, all I have to do is get the padding. I'm in my padded cell, but the padding's coming later on today.
You need the white jumpsuit too, though.
Yeah, I got that. Mine's going to be black. Mine has to be black.
I agree with you. It's showtime. Let's go to work. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, yeah, it's one of those days, folks. It is Tuesday, the 14th of January. Carol Brandolino's in the house. I hope you're doing well. Let's get right to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. There's the stores right there, Norridge, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, Mesa, Arizona. They have so many great things. Our Ace people, the JRC Ace folks. It's cold outside and salt is trending. All JRC Ace Hardware stores in the Chicagoland area are stocked with salt. 50-pound bags of ice melter is only $10.99. How about a 50-pound bag of rock salt is $9.99. We didn't forget our furry friends. They also have pet-safe alt salt options. We have the best deals, snowblowers, Toro 821 QZE single-stage snowblower is only $8.99. Compared to the other stores at Lowe's, Home Depot, or Russo Power, they're $9.49. So you're saving a big deal by $8.99. They bring you the best product at the best price. That's our good friends, Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. All right, so it's a good day. Carol, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm actually, like I said, I'm in this new office. It's not mine, but it's an extra new conference room. So okay. It's quiet, no window. Well, the windows are in front of me, but at least people can't like sneak up on me like they can in my new office. I think they purposely put a window in my new office. I'm going to put something up there. There's going to be a poster.
Do you like having, some people like, I think we talked about this from before, people working from home. Do you like before when people, you actually go to the office still, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I always did.
I
never had a job like this.
Are you happy yet? Or do you rather be one of those workers that want to stay home and just work from home?
You know what? Now knowing what it's like to do both, because I've done some remote too, I would like to have the option to maybe a couple days a week do remote, because there's so much that I can get done at home during the day while the kids are at school, like just house stuff, because you can go check in your emails, you can respond. There's a lot that in my particular job, I can do a lot with emails, a ton. Emails, phone calls, all that. So I would like to have the option to do it if I could a couple days a week. But I like getting out of the house and being around most of the people that I work with. So, it doesn't matter to me, but it would be nice in the summer to work from home. That would be real nice.
Well, let me ask you, with the way the world is right now in certain jobs, now you have to be careful what you say, what blah, 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 blah. Is your work environment, are they more a little open fun, or are they more real strict to the rule of people that you work with? I mean, can you fool around with them? I mean, like, say a joke without worried about getting in trouble, or are they really tight? Because a lot of people, you can't even say anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. When I was offered this job and I took it, one of my biggest fears, it was a real fear, because I never had a job like in this type of field at all. And it's very like academic, it's, a lot of school stuff, but not in a school, but
Yeah.
it's a county job. But the thing is when I first got here, when I talked to the one guy, I was having like a meltdown because I didn't know what I was going to be doing in this job. I very new to it, knew nothing. And I mean, I was learning grants and numbers, and I was like, holy shit. And I said, I'm not going to be able to get through this job if I can't swear. Like, I literally, that's just, it comes out of me. I can't help it. And I said to this guy, I call him my work husband. I'm like, listen, I go, I don't know what I'm going to do. If I can't swear, I swear a lot. I'm like, what am I going to do? Everybody here is so like professional. And he goes, Carol, relax, calm down. And he said, close the door. It was in his office. And he goes, what the fuck are you bitching about right now? And I said, oh my God, even if it's just you that I could be myself in front of, I need that. He goes, no. And honestly, you just got to know where and when to do it. But everybody here is so cool. Thank God. I said, are all office jobs like this? They're like, no, they're not. We just get very lucky with the group of people that we have here. And it's a lot of younger people too. Yeah. And the older people that are here are very cool. And you know what? They just said, I think they were shell shocked because they never worked. They were always like, principals, superintendents, is that, and then you got me walking around, being me, and they're like, you're just a breath of fresh air. I make them laugh, we joke around.
Well, you know what? Sometimes I do believe, and there's people out there, I do believe that, you ever see people say, boy, I'd like to be like you, or, they want to be like me or something like that. You see people like that. And if you can get if you can be the best of both worlds, or if you can be you could be like a chameleon.
I am a chameleon.
The right, and then you can be your little unfiltered or whatever on the other side. I believe in this world, and I could be completely wrong, but 95% of the people want to be unfiltered.
Yes, they do. I think they do.
I think, but I've known guys that have never swore in their life.
I mean, I don't judge
them. If you say shit, they're like, oh,
Oh no, oh no way. I could never. And I feel bad because I don't like to be judged for swearing because I know where and when to do it. I do. And I told my daughter, they're going to judge you and that you're not a lady and you're not and that, you got to be very careful when you're a woman too. Like, there's a time and a place, and never swear in front of people older than you. Like if you're younger, in front of your elders, if you're around your friends and there's no people around, we all talk the way we talk, whatever, but I got to be careful. So I'll let something slip on purpose. And then you'll know right away who you can swear in front of or not, because you'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you," and they'll be like, "Oh no, I swear like a sailor." I'm like,
right. Sometimes you're just waiting. Yeah. Sometimes they're waiting to see if you do it first, then they feel a little bit more because they don't know, especially when you get it. Another thing that always been brought up, people come up to me and goes, "Well, Tony, you've been married 4 times, and your profession." It's got to be hard with temptation every night. There's women out there, you're in bars every night, or vice versa, whatever it is. But I'm trying to say, I think it was Oprah or Dr. Phil. I don't watch Oprah, but I watch Dr. Phil every now and then. And I think I used to, at least. And he said that people are surprised that most of the affairs that people have. Now, back in the day, you meet people at bars. It was a little bit different type of world. Now you don't know who you can trust anymore. But they said a lot of affairs or stuff usually happen in the 9 to 5 office. And I thought to myself, wow, makes sense because these people.
Yep.
You're with them most of the time. You might come to work in the morning and go, boy, that husband of mine, or boy, that wife of mine, blah, blah, blah. And then you go maybe you guys can go out for lunch together.
Yeah. Hey, 4-hour nap.
Or they go out for a work drink afterwards, order social, and you get to know these people. And I'm starting to believe sometimes that does happen, especially now. Instead of going into when was the last time I went to a bar and picked somebody up? You don't see that too much anymore.
And you're a performer, so guess what? You're up there performing. What the hell are you going to do most of the time that you're out? For a performer, you're on stage performing. So, and there's a ton of people around watching, and that's another thing. When people get to know you and know who you are, there's people watching. You can't.
They can't wait for you to screw up. Absolutely.
People are wanting to do this. They're just waiting.
Yeah, unfiltered fun, Twisted Tuesday. Carol Brandolino, folks, Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It's time for our sponsor, Mary Grievous. There she is, folks. Don't just call her when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact her when you're considering buying or selling. your forever agent, Mary Grievous. It's mgrievous at starkre.com. Give her a call at 630-688-1725. She'll be able to assist buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, expired listings. That's Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. Again, mgrievous at starkre.com, or give her a call at 630-688-1725. That's right, my good friend Mary Grievous. And guys, if you're talking about Mary Grievous on real estate, I know we got only 68 more days to the Chicago Music Cruise, and I'm excited about this one, folks. And I know we've been plugging it over and over, but I need to tell you something. It's going to happen March 22nd to March 30th, 2025. Royal Caribbean, Oasis of the Seas. It's 8 days during spring break. We know it's Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Aruba, Coco Key, Bahamas, and Jersey Girls, Mojo's Jukebox, Scott Chillers from WLS, Wendy Thompson with her tribute to Britney Spears and Marilyn Monroe, Tony Ocean, the main event band, Hillbilly Rock Stars, Philly, Frankie, Hollywood, Boom Boom Rodriguez, and of course the ringleaders, Seventh Heaven. It's going to be different this one for me because I'm going alone, and I've never been on a cruise alone, which is going to be interesting because Laura's going to be recovering from the whatchamacallit. So, but we'll be performing, and there'll be some good people coming with us. But guys, go on the Chicago Music Cruise.com, put in Tony Ocean, or better yet, give Mary a call at 630-681-1725 and say, hey, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, Monday to Friday at noon. Carol Brandolino's here for Twisted Tuesday. Carol, what do we got here? Last night, folks, I did my rehearsal. Speaking of Mojo's Jukebox, we started rehearsing. We haven't rehearsed in a while, but we have to get ready for the show. And people have been asking, if you're going on that cruise, will people be able – the way Richie from Seventh Heaven, before the cruise, he throws a little a dinner party at a banquet hall, and he has a pinpoint, and he tells you all about the cruise, where to go, what's going on. So everybody's going to be able to see the bands that are playing, but you can also see all the other activities that are on the ship, which is cool. But every band's going to play 2 nights, and we only play an hour each band. So it's going to be, it's interesting and fun. We're excited about that. All right. So don't forget, Laura will be with us here on Thursday night, 12 o'clock. And Friday, my good friend Stephanie Lemon-Brigner will be on my guest on Friday. She got a big show coming up, so she's a fantastic singer and whatever. Stephanie, we're excited about that. We're celebrating 7-year wedding anniversary today, me and Laura, everybody.
Happy anniversary. God bless.
January 14th, 2018. So we've been together 8 years, but we've been married 7, and we got married at the Arcada Theater. Ron Onesti married us, which was interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
That's awesome. It was a lot of fun. So we're probably going to go out to eat, do something today, because we don't go out that too much often. Also, Carol, are you excited? 6 more days, and Donald Trump takes office.
I'm very excited. I just hope they have them in a bubble. Like I really do, like a bulletproof one. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh when I say that. I do mean it. I think he really needs to be very secured because I'm worried, actually. I just want it to come and go. And I want everything to just be okay. But I don't know. I'm curious.
I'm worried too. I'm worried, and especially with all these fires now. People. There was something we're going to talk about a little later. Supposedly they caught 5-6 guys who started this fire. Supposedly, I hear that, but then I don't know if that's true or not. It depends on what social media thing you read.
Right.
It could have been just because it is California, the way the weather is down there too. A lot of people could be biblical. God could be saying, "Hey, karma's a bitch." And it depends on who you talk. You're never going to get the real. You're never going to find out. I can't believe it's one guy with a match out there going, let's just start this fire. You know what I mean? It's so interesting. Yvette, how you doing? Nancy, Sandra, Mary, Dennis, Lake Geneva, Miles Green, another great entertainer in the Chicagoland area. Say hello again, everybody. There's Mary again. Albert, let me make sure. Kathy, try to say hello to everybody there. Danny Ramondi, Richard, Tony Toto, Todd, how you doing, buddy? Emo from Florida, Helen Tenuta, I hope you're well. Ronnie B, buddy's in the house. Okay, so interesting stuff. Here's a couple things, folks. Are you? I was never into Led Zeppelin. Are you a Led Zeppelin fan?
I like some. I like some. Yeah, I like some of it. Not. I don't go crazy, but I do like some of their songs for sure.
Yeah, I like very little. I'm not a
Mhm.
Zeppelin fan, but
Yeah.
56 years ago,
Mhm.
January 14th, 1969, they came out with their very first record. There's a lot of Led Zeppelin fans out
Yeah.
there. 56 years ago. Danny
Yeah.
Nozak's in the house. What's up, brother? Also,
Hope
59
you're feeling
years
better.
ago, Batman debuted on television. I don't know if you used to watch the one with Burt
did.
Ward and Adam West.
Yeah.
Pow!
Pow,
Bing!
bang, pop.
Boom! Bang!
Oh yeah.
That's still my favorite Batman. All the movies they made, that's
Yeah.
still my favorite Batman. And
The
54
originals
years
are-
ago, January 12th, 1971, on CBS, aired All in the Family.
I know that's one of your favorite, one of our favorites too. My grandmother had all those channels on every single day. I was just something came up on Johnny Carson or on Facebook yesterday. It was like it was when he was interviewing Drew Barrymore when she was little, when ET came out.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
and I watched it yesterday. It was kind of funny because I remembered to put my tooth in today. I was like, oh, I got to get my tooth. I have not even given a shit about my tooth, which
There
shows you
go.
I'm going downhill right now if I don't even care about the tooth.
That's okay. No, no one would even know unless you said something.
No,
See,
that's not true. Sometimes I see it when I'm talking. I'm like, oh, I
My
forgot.
tooth the same way. My teeth are all screwed up.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
she took her tooth out. She took I don't know if she took her little they had it made because her teeth were like, she was young still. So she had like a retainer teeth. So she took it out and put it on Johnny Carson's desk. And she's like, yeah, I feel much more comfortable without my teeth. And she put it on his desk. And when I see Johnny Carson make his faces, you know that when he wanted to laugh, it reminds me of my grandma because she would laugh so hard at this guy. He just cracked her up. And she didn't even know a ton of English. She knew the basics, but she loved that man. And so when I see his shows and these laughs, it just, you can't beat it.
I agree with you, man. I watched those oldies. I watched Johnny Carson. I watched the old Dean Martin celebrity roast.
Yeah.
You can't get more unfiltered than that.
No.
But then All in the Family was definitely a groundbreaking show.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people. He was a bigot, obviously, whatever.
Well,
and everything.
yeah.
We knew that. But the only one that got his goat and can get him to shut up was Edith. When Edith got mad, he was done. He was finished. And it's the same thing with King of Queens with Kevin James.
Queens. Yes. Oh, I love that show too.
It was the same thing with Ralph Crandon and the Honeymooners. When Alice was mad and she said, enough's enough, they all shrink. They just,
Yes,
so,
I love it.
And I believe in all, like Archie Bunker had a good heart. I just think that's when he was brought up, his character.
He thought he was normal. He thought everybody thought like that. You know what I mean? That's like a lot of our old school, the oldest of our matriarchs and patriarchs right now, the oldest. You're talking in their 90s. It's what they know. It's how they kind of raise. And unless they've now started to see the sign of the times and they have grandkids that kind of correct them. When my dad came to visit a few years ago, holy shit, I was like, what are you doing? What, like the things that would come out of his mouth out loud in front of people. And I was like,
my mom is the same way. My mom is the same way to this day. She just turned 85, November. She's exactly, there's nothing. Even I know I'm bad with my filter, but she's brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, she's really brutal. And that's just the old school. And sometimes I wish that, I really wish that people were like that in general. Because this way, who's real and who isn't, just by the first hello, how are you doing handshake, the first thing they say, right?
I would love it.
You got it. 67 days till spring.
Oh, God.
67.
I need the daylight savings to change first and foremost. I know that's usually in end of February or maybe early March. I can't. I need the sun. I need the daylight.
I agree with you. I don't mind this when it gets a little like this, but for me, what kills me now that being a fisherman, you can't do too much in the winter. So I can't wait till spring. But I don't mind. I seen the snow this morning. I loved it.
I do too. I like looking at it. Yeah.
I thought it was very, very cool. Also, yesterday, of course, If you watched the last wild card game, of course, against the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams, the Rams killed them 27-9. Minnesota just did not look good at all, just like Green Bay did not look good. It's amazing how great those teams were up to that game, Green Bay and Minnesota, and both of them losing. But do you know what you call, what is it, 29 millionaires watching the NFL playoffs?
No. I know.
It's called the Chicago Bears. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned that yesterday. Anyway, here's an interesting topic, Carol. Not a single job in America should be asking for a background check anymore. What do you think about that?
No, I mean I think that's not right. I mean, look, if you're working around kids, okay, so school teachers, do you want somebody who's a child molester and has a record teaching your kids? No. Being a gym teacher? No. Being a coach? No. I mean, I think that there's jobs. I think that sure, do a background check, but it shouldn't affect your chances of getting a job depending what they find. Okay. Background check is for everybody's safety, I think. But yeah. Okay, if you're going to a job that like you're working in a warehouse or something and, you know, you have some dumb shit on your record, it shouldn't matter. Right.
It all depends on the job, but it makes you wonder, is the background check that they do on people that are looking for jobs the same? Should it be just as strict as the background check if someone buys a weapon?
Listen, I think I had to just renew mine. Okay. My FOID card because mine was expired. Yeah. And I did it online. And you know what? Here's the thing that bothered me because I'm 50-50 on this right now. Yeah. It just, is they ask all these questions that you're online. You could say, no, yes. I mean, it's like, no's and yeses, unless something has happened and it's documented. Like if something happened and you were either arrested or there's paperwork or something like that, a paper trail, you can lie about things. And the only thing that is worrisome to me about that is mental health. Obviously, it's the mental health issues. And obviously people who are like chronic criminals, they're just have records miles long, so they do ask you that. People say no, but they'll be able to see it. You know what I mean? Why even ask it if you're going to do background check? Why are you asking? You're going to do the background check and you're going to see it if I've been arrested or for this or that or felony, battery. There's a million questions about that, right? But then the mental health part is yes or no. Medication. I mean, but that's it.
But all the illegal, now that in the last 4 years, whatever, since all the illegal immigrants letting into our country now, these people have to work. Some of them work, some whatever they do. I just don't know anymore. Rosemary, how you doing? Ellie Weingard, how you doing, my friend? Arlene, I hope you're well. Thank you for all the anniversary wishes. Thank you, people that are watching. Patrice, what's up, my dear friend? Yeah, so it's interesting to see with that. And are things going to change? Are they going to get a little bit more stricter on people when they hire or these gun laws? I don't know. Again, with me, I can't blame the gun.
No,
I can't blame McDonald's for someone being fat.
No,
I can't blame an alcoholic. I can't blame the booze for a guy or a girl who was an alcoholic. I can't blame the drugs. It's the individuals who are doing this.
Absolutely.
My opinion only. It might not be popular, but that's what it is. That's what I truly believe. You know what I mean?
I agree. I was just at an active shooter conference, and I'm telling you something. These are so unbelievably eye-opening, and they talk about this one guy. He's unbelievable. Oh my God, you would just be able to talk to him for hours. He happened to be in 3 school shootings. He was at first a policeman, and then in the next school shooting, he was a detective, and the next one he was a sergeant. So like in a matter of 10 or 15 years, he was called to 3 of the bigger school shootings we've had. And one was Denver, one was here at not San Diego, Denver. He was at Columbine. Like, he tells the stories, and he was there, and he said, it's not if, it's when. Be prepared. Preparedness is key. That is it.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And there's an author there that he wrote a book called Warning Signs. It's all about school shooters, the ones that lived. He interviewed a lot of them. He went through their manifestos. I mean, oh my God, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. And we'll see if You're right, and we'll see if these laws change. I'm not
Mhm.
sure what's going to happen, but some stuff does need to be changed. But
Yeah.
we'll have to see how that works out. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Time for another sponsor. We're talking about, becoming your own bank. And you know what? Right now, it's people are out there trying to save money, trying to do the right
Yeah.
thing. For their future. Well, Imperialux
Mhm.
might be just for you, folks. That's right. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement reality with a guaranteed lifetime. Wendy Thompson and Craig help you create personal options, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book on Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement that you deserve. Can't hurt to pick up a
Mhm.
call and find out what Imperialux is about, and it could be for you. 630-890-1213. Tell them you heard it here on Ocean's Pit. A little show about big things. Guys, a couple other things here, folks. Interesting for musicians in Los Angeles. I posted this on my page
Yeah.
for musicians that were full-time musicians for 5 years or more. There is something called Music Cares. If you go to Music Care Relief at musiccares.org, there's some money they'll be giving you, some financial aid of $1,500, or also $500 in food vouchers. If you know any musicians in the LA area, California area, you can call 1-800-687-4227 or go to Music Cares Relief at musiccares.org. I think that's
That's
kind of
good.
cool that they're
Yeah.
doing that. I
Yeah.
believe that's very important.
It is.
Also, here, folks, let's see. All right, we got a couple things here, which is interesting to me. Why do they say when people fall asleep, never should have your phone charging next to you or near your pillow when your phone is charging overnight while you're sleeping?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, why would that be a big deal? Well, I guess this is why the heat generated cannot dissipate, and the charge can set your pillow, your
Mhm.
sheets, your bed actually on fire. So
Yeah.
put it at the table, not next to you on a couch. I mean, on a pillow or a
Right.
blanket, whatever the bed that is.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
interesting.
scary. Yeah.
Sometimes I do feel the phone is hot.
Oh, it is hot. It does get hot. Sometimes you put your hand on it, it's very
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it makes you wonder about that. And another
Yeah.
thing too is something I don't know if this even makes us a big deal or not. But someone has said, what are the 4 or 5 digit codes that you find? There's 4 or 5 digit codes on vegetables or fruit when you buy
Yeah.
them in the stands. What are they
Right.
for? And they're
Mhm.
finding out right now it identifies the type of produce, its size, and how it was grown. If it it's a PLU code. If it starts with a 9, that means that the fruit and vegetables are organic. So sometimes you don't even have to look at the sign. You can just look at the code. If it says 9, it's organic.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Interesting. Some stuff that you never know, right?
Mhm.
One last thing before we got the ace weather coming up. Joe Rogan. I don't know if you're a big Joe Rogan fan.
I
do
like them. I do like them.
Did you watch it when Mel Gibson was on?
No, I haven't seen that one. Is it new? Is it a
It's
newer
brand
episode? Or?
new.
No, I didn't
He's
see it yet.
Mel Gibson, Carol, swears that he had 4 or 5 friends who had bad cancer.
Oh,
Un-
I
un-
did see a clip about this.
and they took something called I'm not sure how to pronounce this right. IVERM.
Oh, ivermectin.
Is that it?
Yep,
Ivermectin.
it's ivermectin.
And
Mhm.
it's outlawed by our big pharma. It's not
Mhm.
allowed. So I
Mhm.
don't. They must be getting it somehow. How they're getting it. But do you
Mhm.
believe that could really happen? And that's the government doesn't want you to know about this.
I believe that I've heard some interviews by people that cannot be canceled, like Dana White, who is very hugely involved with, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And he said that there are people in his family, his mother and himself included, very, very sick, unhealthy, their gut, just so many different things were wrong with them. They went to these doctors who will, obviously you have to have this money, right? And
Yeah.
I guess, and then they do more of a, not necessarily a holistic approach, but they do it a little unorthodox, and they're giving you different medications that normally wouldn't be used for something. And he said that he's healthier than he's ever been. His mother is like almost nursed back to health from her sicknesses and her issues. Everything from diabetes. I mean, all the big illnesses that are out there. it seems like the answers are in other medications that are not what they're prescribing. So and then the more that they're telling people this, people are trying it. And listen, if you try it and it works, what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to do it.
You're going to do it. And
Why not?
I don't know, even though if there's side effects, what do you got to lose at this point? You got cancer.
There's side effects in everything, though. That's the
Side effects
problem.
in- Yeah.
Everything. Right.
It's crazy, guys.
Right.
It's crazy. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. A new segment, folks. That's right, with our good friends from Ace Hardware. It's the Ace Minute. The weather. Today's weather is sponsored by Ace Minute, brought to you by the JRC Ace Hardware stores. And today's weather for Tuesday, January 14th, 14 degrees. It feels like it's 0, folks. It is sunny out. Humidity is 64 degrees. Wind chill is at 13 miles per hour, and the air quality is good. That is today's weather, sponsored by Ace Hardware Stores, the JRC Ace Hardware Stores, the Ace Weather Minute, brought to you by Ace Hardware, folks. All right, so we got to do some weather there. I like doing that. Some people always ask, so that's something in there which is actually kind of cool. You're watching Ocean's Pit. We got a lot of things happening this week, folks. Tomorrow we'll probably be doing one of our my friend Rhino, of course, got a place called Bugsy's in McHenry. She's had it for about 2-3 years. It looks like it's going to be coming to an end, that place, at the end of the month. We will be there tomorrow, Bugsy's in McHenry, seeing my good buddy Rhino Ryan with Jerry Jams. That is starts from 6 to 9. That's tomorrow night in McHenry. To hope to see you guys there, Bugsy. They got great food, and I wish Ryan and Melissa the best. But I don't know how much longer they're going to be on there. They say they're going to go to the end of the month. So hopefully you guys, if you're in the McHenry area, come on out. Thursday will be by Gigi's Are We Live? It's going to be great. Me and Jerry Jams. That's a 7 o'clock hit. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Tony Toto. Saturday, the Bocce Tournament dinner in Highwood, Illinois is sold out. Meet Toto and Jerry Jams. That's an 8 o'clock hit. It is sold out. And then Sunday, me and Double T at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy for Sinatra Sunday. Interesting stuff. oshows.com. So much more to talk about. So much stuff. It's Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. What do we got here, Carol? What do we got?
I got a couple questions. So I write down notes when I watch a show during the week. Can I'm always trying to, I don't want to overtake my stupid comments because it drives me crazy. I'm like trying to talk to the screen as I write notes.
I love it. Go ahead. What do you got?
So you drilled Laura on these questions that was so unfair. I was so mad because when you had the main event band, when you had the guys on, you were just like asking the questions, and this was them. I was imitating them to my friend. They were like this. Oh, no, yes, sometime, no, and then some. I was like, that's bullshit. They had to go one by one and answer.
Here's the difference. See, my wife's standing next to me, so we kind of know each other's stuff kind of already. So
right.
She was put on when you never know who's watching, so you have to be a little careful there. But you know what?
Yeah.
I love. By the way, some people might not know, but Carol sent me those questions.
I have some for you today at the end of the show, just so you know. You're getting put on the spot today because of what you did to Laura. I'm
ready.
Later.
You want to throw me those questions? I'm ready.
I got it. because when you said, the funny thing so one of the things you were like, so like I'll watch the show at night and sometimes Gianni will be sitting with me or whatever. And you were like, I don't know, like 1,000. He's like, 1,000 what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Women. He goes, holy shit. I go, listen, I'm sure that was exaggerated. But anyway,
just to get things going. Yeah, that's not true.
When you're in that business, listen, I go, hey, and he goes, are you thinking again, like about being a musician? You're like, yeah, maybe I should go into that. But so this kid, I know one of my friend's sons, Gino, right? I forget I'm talking to a 30-year-old or a 27-year-old, right? And we're having these conversations and he's like, oh yeah, the body count on that. I would never touch somebody with a body count like that. And I'm like, what, like body count, meaning like how many people they slept with, right?
Yeah,
and he goes,
right.
Yeah. Right. And I said, and he's like, well, my wife. I go, oh, your wife. Okay, you guys are young. So did she tell you 2 or 1? I said, because here's my argument for you from a 51-year-old, right? I said, this is my argument. What does it matter? I understand like, okay, if somebody was that promiscuous, you're thinking, oh, maybe they're gonna, do that. But that doesn't mean just because you were promiscuous when you're single that you're gonna do that married. That has nothing to do with loyalty and anything. That maybe you just were out there doing your thing.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about, like, I don't know what he was worried about, but I said, what's the difference between marrying a girl that had 2 boyfriends ever, but with those 2 boyfriends, she was with them maybe 3-4 years. So maybe she had sex 500 times, right?
Okay.
What's the difference between that 2 boyfriends, but had sex 500 times, or had sex with 500 different people in the course of 20 years or something like that, right? Like, I get it. I understand. I don't know what angle he was coming from on that, because there could be random angles about that. Yeah. But this body count issue is something else nowadays. That's all they talk about. And it's like,
well, I also believe, Carol, I got a point here, but you also have to understand the age. Back when we were teenagers, back when I first started, I was 13 when I lost my virginity. So I'm trying to say, but back in the day when you're in high school, for me, everybody was whatever they were doing back then. You were out in nightclubs, you were out doing the thing. Right. It is what it is. I can see people now that are at age getting to, whoa, that stuff like that doesn't happen anymore. At least in Hollywood it does. Yeah. In the celebrity world and stuff does. But yeah, I mean, it's so I can understand someone saying, but you got a point. What if you were with 3 people your whole life and you're saying, but you don't know who those 3, sometimes who are those? What about those 2-3 people that maybe they were with?
Right. How many people were they with, and who were they with? And then you were with them 100 times. I mean, like, there's so many different things, but they just will not be with somebody like with a high body count, which just drives me crazy. So then people lie. That people are going to lie to you. Yeah,
there you go. And that makes sense. But I think it's a whole different world now.
It is. It is.
And I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying I'm 80 years old. I'm just turned 62. But I'm telling you, from when I was 13 years old compared to in my rock days between the Thirsty Whale and all those things, and all that, Mannheim Road. Come on, guys. I mean, let's be honest. But I can only be for the people that were in that area. I can't speak for everybody. But
it's acceptable from the double standard is there, and that's fine. Look, my dad was so strict. My brother was 6 years older than me. I would have had my ass kicked 10 ways from Sunday. So listen, I had people watching me, which I think is very important, because for a girl too, you don't want that. I mean, but you don't want zero experience either. You don't want zero.
I agree with you.
Get married and not know anything, because that's going to pose as a problem too for people.
That's like if you buy a car, you want to go try it out before you buy it.
Right. Or if you have nothing to compare it to. If you have nothing to compare it to.
And also remember, you're right, Carol, but listen, these days, when I was a kid, my dad worked nights, ladies and gentlemen. There was there was nobody telling me what to do. My mother was Italian. She didn't understand. Hey, Mom, I'm going to go do it. Okay. As long as I came home at the right time, and I never came home at the right time anyway. But that's the only thing my mother ever used to get mad at me about. 2 things. That I didn't come home at the right time. And if I went out of the house with wet hair. That's all she cared about. Dry your hair before you go out. When you have there was no authority, and I'm surprised. I have to admit, and I did admit this on my show before. I believe if I didn't find music, I would have been dead. I would have been dead because I robbed a house when I was a kid. If I would have stuck with that, and I got in trouble a couple times before. And it's funny because when I got out, it wasn't like I got out. I went in, they put you in for a spring. It was, I don't know how old I was, but I was the youngest in the group who robbed this house. Okay. Yeah. And so the sergeant that arrested me knew my dad. It was spring break. So I think we had like a week off, and my dad just told the sergeant to keep me in that holding center for a week. Yep. So that's how I spent spring break in the cell. When I got out of that cell, I'm going to tell you, because my dad was telling me, stop hanging with these guys before I got caught. Right. And when I got out of that cell, like 2 days later, I found an ad in my high school, a band looking for a singer. And I auditioned for the band, and it was a band called Tyranny, and I became the singer of that band. But then we were re-practicing every night. Yes. There was no time for me to get in trouble.
Exactly. That's exactly. Keep them busy.
And it changed my whole life. If I would
Yeah.
have got that, my other two guys that I was with either died of drugs, they went
Yeah.
to bigger crimes.
Yeah.
So I believe God puts you in that right. God put that letter up there saying, hey,
Yep.
this is what you're supposed
right.
to do.
You're 100% right. I agree. Yep. Keep them busy. You got to keep your kids busy. That's why sports are very good for kids in that aspect, at least, you know, you're
I
busy,
agree with
busy,
you.
busy. Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, but anytime you want to throw those questions at me, I'm ready. So
I
you
got
just let me
so
know.
many.
I think
I
you
was
know
on
what?
a
I think
vendetta.
next Tuesday. I think next Tuesday, let's promote it. Let's say, ask Tony anything. And that's what we'll do. We'll do
Okay.
it for next Tuesday. And
Oh,
I'm open book, guys. I'm open book.
Okay.
Mama D, if anybody, I'm not familiar with, of course, everybody knows my mother, Mama D, Laura's mother, but it's not this Mama D. Mama D was an actress in the movie The Blues Brothers. I think she was in the church scene. She died 95 years old, but the LA fires took her and her home, burned it all. I mean, wow. Wow. Horrible as it is. And you want to hear more horrible news, folks? The View is going to be on now 7 days a week.
What? No.
They didn't get canceled. They didn't get canceled. So they're going to be Monday through Friday. And now they just signed for reruns on Saturday and Sunday. So now you got to watch these four whole bags. I'm sorry if I'm saying the word right.
Who watches this?
7 days a week with The View. I thought for sure that would have got canceled.
All they do is spread hate. Listen, all they do is not only spread hate, but they're spreading one side of the story. That's it. They don't even let the one conservative person that one out of five talk that much. And even if she does, she still can't side with anything that Trump said. It's so dumb. It's so not fair. It's not even equal. That's not The View. The View is different.
Agree. It's not a View. It's a view of four ladies and the CEO of that company and the sponsors. All I'm trying to say, guys, look, I watch wrestling. I don't know if you guys ever watch wrestling. It's like a soap opera to me.
Yeah.
But the two ring announcers, there's always one that talks for the good guy, and there's one that talks for the bad guy. And that's the way it should be. If you're going to have The View, you should have two girls who are on the liberal side, and you should have two girls on the
conservative side, and they should debate and have a good debate and have people.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
It would be.
Right, Debbie, you're right. Who watches that shit? I agree. I got it. Makes a lot of sense. Kim Peterson LaFew, what's up, my dear friend from In Session? Anyway, yeah, they should have two sides. I would watch that show because then you could see them bickering the whole time, and it would be fair, I think. But of course, I don't think they got shows like that. Did they ever?
You know what? Here and there, you might like. Sometimes on certain news shows, you might get people that will say, well, yeah, I could see that. You know, you want to show an open mind. If I don't see an open mind there or someone with common sense that's just going to try and see both, I always try to see both sides. Always.
I agree with you.
Except when it comes to like anything having to do with children. I always try to see both sides of the aisle on things. But if people aren't open-minded, I have no use for it. I just don't. I don't.
Yeah, you got to be open-minded, and you know what? You're going to get people that are not. Maybe things will change. I don't know. A couple things real fast, folks. Fitzgerald's, one of the great rock and roll clubs, bars in the city of Chicago, actually in Berwyn. It's been around a long time. If you never got a chance to get out there, I actually had one of my record release parties there. Me and Mrs. Jones release party we did there. But they just became a national registered historic place in Illinois. Wow. So that's very cool. Congratulations to Bill and the staff over there at Fitzgerald's. A great lounge to see, a great place to see live music. Guys, 70 days and the sun will set at 7 p.m.
Thank God.
Instead of 4 o'clock, right? Here is something, guys. Do you go to Costco, Carol?
Yeah, I do. I go to Costco sometimes. I have both, Sam's and Costco. Okay. Yeah.
You go to that food court and you buy that hot dog for $1.63, right? You get the nice big size hot dog if you like it. I probably had that hot dog once, but I'm not a hot dog guy. But anyway, now they just show that price. Now there's a place called Five Guys.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of different, I think they have a bunch of different locations.
Yeah,
they have the same hot dog. That same hot dog for $7.49.
Yep. Yep. I was going to say $7 probably, maybe with a few fries. Yeah, that's why people are there. Like, you know how you say, when you talk about how people are eating. Oh my God.
Costco. And you know what about Costco, guys? You don't even have to be a member to eat at that food court.
No?
You could just walk in there. They don't check your card.
I didn't know that.
They check your card if you're buying something, but they don't check your card if you're just going in there you can go there for lunch, have a hot dog, turn around and leave.
Oh, well then, if you like hot dogs, that's where you should be going.
Good question. Albert, good question. Who took Barbara Walters' place?
Well, I think Whoopi thinks she's the head. I think she's kind of the head honcho there. I think she's sort of, yeah, she's just become so annoying. Honest to God, I can't.
Horrible. Violet Marie, welcome to Ocean's Pit. I hope you're doing well. There's a thing I got to talk about, scam. You've seen this all the time, Carol. Everybody who's probably watching the show have seen these shirts coming up saying that I sold a shirt or another entertainer sold a shirt. My buddy and a great singer in the Chicagoland area, John Anthony, just his account got hacked big time. Some of his following bought some of his merchandise, spent $1,000 on shirts or music or whatever the hell he was selling on his line, and he did not put that out. It took some money for him to fix that account. It's horrible that people are doing this.
Yep.
So if you see this stuff, if it's not advertised on our page, ladies and gentlemen, don't buy it. We appreciate that. I've had 2 or 3 people reach out to me, say, "Hey, I bought your jersey or I bought your cup." If it's not on my page, it's not coming from me, folks. And this happened to John Anthony. I hope it's happening to a lot of other people. Richard, didn't Sharon Osbourne replace Barbara Walters? I liked Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah, but she was never on The View, I don't think. I think she was on The Talk.
Yes, good point. She was on The Talk. Yes,
yeah.
She was not on
I like her too. I liked her.
I liked her too. She spoke. I like what she did. Makes a lot of sense. And now you know what's horrible. What's going on now in Los Angeles fires? We know, God, devastating. What's going on? But one of the things I had written here, now there's people that had to leave their homes and they can't. You know, they have to find other places to live, and these asshole landlord apartment owners or people that want to sell their home are tripling the price to take advantage of these people who just lost their homes or in the fires or apartments or houses. And now these other landlords going, you want to move here? It's going to cost you triple. These people, and this is all in Los Angeles. This is all where the fires are.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure I don't know if that happened in North Carolina. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They really give a shit about helping North Carolina like they're trying to help here, Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
That's horrible. The state, somebody should do something to these lousy landlords to take advantage of people when they're down and out. You lost everything. Now you want to move over here, but it's going to cost you triple what it's listed for?
That's disgusting. That really is. That's some badass karma coming your way. What a shitty person. Who does that?
What a shitty person or a shitty company. And I don't know if it's the companies that run these places or just individual owners. I'm not sure, but they said certain landowners or landlords, horrible to do that to people, take advantage of people who are down. These people are desperate right now. They lost everything.
Yeah.
Help these people at least, lower the price for the first 6 months or a year. Okay, all right, that will bring you back to normal price. Get these people places where they can live and be comfortable and start to have with their families. Some people have kids. How about people have babies? Think about that.
It's disgusting. But those people are out there and they're opportunists. Yep.
Carol, it's a horrible world. Let's speak about some good news and good company, like my good buddy Jack Vena Landscaping. He'll give you a good deal. He'll treat you right. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design, service, installation, and servicing the North Shore for 44 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. That's Jack Vena Landscaping. Twisted Tuesday here with me and Carol Brandolino on Tuesdays, folks. So let's make it official. Next Tuesday, Carol is going to ask me anything. So you guys want to tune in for that. Should be interesting. And I promise you there will be no filter. I will not know the questions ahead of time. Just let me have it, whatever it is. And
Okay, I
I
will.
don't care. I've got nothing. I've got most of the people that follow me, or most of the people that know me, kind of know my life, and I have no problem with
Yeah,
opening it up and saying
yeah.
what we're going to say.
Okay. All right, I can't
That's,
wait.
yeah,
I
it's going to be good. That's going to be next Tuesday.
Okay.
All right, we're talking about if you have to evacuate
Mm-hmm.
because of a fire, earthquake, hurricane. There's a couple things that you need to almost, people grab certain things to leave. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
people have certain things in a spot in an envelope or something where you can just grab it. I mean, birth certificates, passports, home insurance documents, car insurance, health insurance, medical, tax returns, driver's license, social security card, credit cards, concealed carried, all this stuff, title deed, marriage license. You need to grab all that stuff. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't, but going back and getting all that stuff new is not easy to do, ladies and gentlemen. It is not easy to do. Obviously, we don't know if that's when that's ever going to happen to you, but
Well, they
God
have
forbid.
fireproof safes, small ones, for
Yeah,
documents like that. They sell them. I mean,
yeah,
that's
right.
probably your best bet is just to be prepared, just in case these sort of things that we're seeing going on now. It kind of makes you start thinking about things, just like life insurance. And look, I need to make a living will. Right? I don't. It's the
Yeah,
last thing we're thinking. You really think about, and then I know so many people who at least it was never found. At least they say it was never found. This will, and what do you do if you have, especially if you have kids? God forbid, where do they go? They're like wards of the state. The amount of red tape they have to go through for your kids to be with somebody. If like something happens to both parents, there has to be a living will. Like that's something I need to do. And you don't want to think about it, but you have
no,
to,
but you
you
have
know?
to think about it. It makes a
Yeah.
hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I do agree with you there, folks. A couple other gigs we do have coming up. We need to promote that real fast. The 27th of January will be at Rosario's in Roselle with Double T Tony Toto. The 29th, I'm sorry. The 30th will be at Positanos, me, Jerry Jams. And I just got word that Lisa P will be joining us. She was supposed to
Oh,
be in
nice.
Florida, but she will be there on the 30th at Positanos.
Good.
On the 14th of February, we'll be at 115 Bourbon Street,
Huh?
Marionette Park, Oceans Rat Pack, I love that place. It's good. On the
Yes.
19th, we'll be at the Homeless. This is good. Tap House Grill. I just found out from Danny Nozak. I guess we're doing this big concert for the homeless.
Mhm.
Thank you, Carol, for those posters and everything. But it's sold out. To my knowledge, right now, it's sold out too. So we're excited that everybody please bring your coats, hats, blankets, water, hand sanitizer, whatever we can donate for the homeless. Me, Tony Toto, Ron Starr, Stephanie Lemonberger, Lulu Sylvester is going to drop by. I'm sure other singers are. The great John Vincent will be joining us. That's going to be the Tap House in Lamont on the
I can't
19th
wait.
of February.
Yeah.
It's going to be good, yeah. 22nd of February will be at Pier 290 in Lake Geneva. Great dinner show with Ocean's Rat Pack. And then the 27th will be at Ocean's Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy. It's a Thursday night Rat Pack show. It's going to be a 7 o'clock hit, oshows.com. A lot of stuff. All right, I'm just looking back here. Women don't respect nice guys. They use them, friend zone them, leave them for alpha men who spark their desire.
Ooh.
Now, I hear there's a lot of guys I know a lot of guys out there are very cool guys, nice guys.
All right.
Okay? They're not the bad boys. They're nice
Okay.
guys. They're respectable. They work. They have a nice home. They have a nice
Mhm.
job. They got great manners. They're great guys,
Okay.
good friends. What is it with that? Is it true as being a woman? Is the bad guy the bad guy? Why does that hook the certain women? Or
I think it's
crazy?
the same thing with men. I think not everybody wants a yes woman that just agrees to every single thing you say. Okay, honey. Okay. Like that would be boring, I think, a little bit. And you want somebody that challenges you a little bit. I mean, look, of course you want a nice person, loyal. They have a job, they have a nice home. You want all that, but you know what? You should be a nice guy. But on the other side of it, don't be a chooch. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just, you have to stick up for yourself a little bit or challenge them a little bit. You know what I mean? And then don't kiss their ass. Nobody likes a kiss ass. Like I couldn't
Yeah,
you
the
know,
kiss
women
ass and
are
don't call them 90 million times. Yeah, yeah. You know
yeah,
what?
I mean,
I think
yeah,
we've all been, we probably have done that once or twice in our
yeah,
world, especially when you
yeah,
meet somebody new, you're excited, blah, blah, blah.
sure, sure.
Albert says some women drain men and vice versa. The men do drain women
Sure.
too, as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
But that's the same story I get. And when I look at certain people that I know, they're nice guys. And it seems like it's that formula. Then I see guys out there that are real, they're bad guys, but they're good guys. But they have that hard image. They have that
Mhm.
whatchamacallit, and people seem to like that more.
So a
Uh,
lot of men though will here on the other side of that is you see these guys that are with model looking women. They look like models and they're absolute assholes. Some of the women are ignorant. They use them, abuse them. They treat them like shit. So it's the same thing. It happens all the time. These nice guys. And then you're wondering, why did you end up with them? Because you were only looking at their ass, you were looking at their boobs, you were looking at their body, and or maybe their face in some instances, but it's like I honestly, people say, oh, look at this. You can look at somebody that's like they stepped out of a book, a magazine. I've seen men like that. I've seen women like that.
sure, sure.
Honestly, I've had guys in the past hit
Yeah.
on me that looked like a model. And then literally within 5 minutes, I was like, oh, I can't. Like the way they talk, the way they act.
That's what someone says. They walk into the room until you open your mouth. Now,
Yes.
that could be any kind of person. I mean, that's happened to me too.
Sure.
Sometimes you in a bad mood, you say something, or it's just the way it is. You come across, oh, he's an asshole, or he's arrogant, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And being a musician, or sometimes you're just not in that right mind. You
Yeah,
just don't.
sure.
Sometimes you don't want to be there, but you have to because it is your
Right.
job. And then you're so
Yep.
humbled because you see the people that are there spending money to see you. So you kind of,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little bit crazy. Danny Mazzi from I think you're in Florida, Danny. Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. It's Twisted Tuesday here, folks. We got a couple minutes left. Carol, here's something I'm hearing here. Let's see. 12 facts to always remember. Number one, the past can't be changed.
Mm-hmm.
Opinions don't define your reality.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's journey is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Judgments are not about you.
Mm-hmm.
Overthinking leads to sadness.
That's true.
Happiness is within.
Yep.
Smiles are contagious.
Yes.
Kindness is free.
Yep.
It's okay to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And time heals all.
I love that. I like all of those.
Some of those, I don't know if they're in the right order, but yeah, that's what I'd have to say. Things you say after 50 years old.
Oh, God. Bucket, 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 bucket. That's it. Those are my words.
That would be my words too, yeah. All right, number 12. Why did I come into this room? What the hell is wrong with people nowadays? I say that all the time.
All the time.
Number 10, the scale can't be right. The scale can't be right. Oh, I love that one. Gee, how do you throw your body out of whack just sleeping wrong? Or putting your socks on in the morning.
Yep.
Oh, my God, right? Does anybody say please and thank you anymore? That I do not see that much anymore. That I have to admit. I don't see too many please, thank you. I don't see that. Who the heck is calling at 9:30 p.m.? I don't care if it doesn't look fashionable. It's comfortable. Oh,
Yes.
I love that. My wife's up to Laura goes, what the hell? You leave the house like that? I don't care. Here's when I say myself all the time, where did I put my glasses? All the time. Number 4, how do they expect you to read this small print?
Oh, I'm blind. You know that. I can't see anything right now. I have to put my glasses on.
This isn't my password either. What the hell? Instead of it's supposed to be what the fuck, but it says what the hell, I guess.
Yeah.
Politically correct. How did I get this bruise? Oh, now that happens, right?
All the time. Yep.
Yeah. And number 1, where the hell is my phone?
Oh, yep.
All the time. This is stuff that happens. It's funny stuff. Here was I'm sorry, what do you call 53 millionaires playing the NFL playoffs, the Chicago Bears?
Yeah.
That was the joke to piss off some Bears fans. Okay, last thing. You got one more thing here. A 100-year-old woman holds Guinness World Record. Excuse me. Holds the world's record for the most loyal employee, working at the same Texel company for 84 years.
Holy
A
Christ.
100-year-old man has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest time with the company. Walter Olderman of Brazil has worked at the same firm, Rexafu, for 84 years. He says the best career advice is to find a good employer that you love and loves you too.
Yeah.
He started that job January 1938. 84 years at the same job.
Wow.
Holy cow is right. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
amazing.
And don't forget, in 2 days it would be yours and my 1 year anniversary for Twisted Tuesday, January 16th.
Well, that's why we're going to do it next Tuesday. We're going to celebrate the 1 year, and we're going to kick it off with. We need a poster for that, Carol.
Okay, you got it.
The 1 year Twisted Tuesday, and I'm going to ask Tony Ocean anything.
Anything goes, okay? Anything goes.
Anything goes. I'm absolutely right about that, guys. It's that time. So let's talk about real fast airtight windows. If you're looking for windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. If you're honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Service Chicagoland area for 35 years. Do it right with Airtight windows. Call my buddy Louis Pipes at 708-788-5000. Tell him Tony Ocean sent you and get those windows and sidings repaired. Birthdays for the 18th of January. Jim Kerr from Simple Minds celebrating a birthday. Rod Taylor from a great movie, The Time Machine. Jim Croce. Boy, I missed him. He had some great songs. Jeff Bezos, I guess he's in charge of Amazon. He owns Amazon.
Oh, Bezos, yeah.
Bezos, that's it. Thank you. Rob Zombie turns 59 years old. Let's see. Howard Stern turned 70 years old. Joe Frazier, jumping Joe Frazier, boxer. Gary Cleve from the band Shoes from Zion, happy birthday. Christy Alley, celebrating a birthday. Laurie Stevens, Laurie and Fran, if you're out there, happy birthday, Laurie. Happy birthday, my friend Stella. Mary J. Blige. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Singer, 54 years old. And our little Callan is 8 months old today. And Laura's babysitting him today with Natalie. And again, a happy 7-year anniversary to my lovely wife, Laura. And Laura will be with us here on Thursday.
Many more happy, blissful years.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Guys, it is that time. It is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Carol, thank you. But before we go, you know what it is? It's the Ace Hardware Minute. It's time. Norwich Displays, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, Mesa, Arizona. We love look at some of the deals they got here, folks. Let's see. 6-inch resin shelves. These are these shelves that you put together, $49.99. Very cool. 12-gallon heavy-duty storage tote, $7.99. How about a Sterlite 15-quart stackable launching storage tote for $5.99. How about a Werner 6-inch Type 1A fiberglass step ladder, 300 pounds capacity is only $119, folks. And buy 3 and get 1 free of the Ace Basic Pleated Furnace Air Filters. Buy 3, get 1 free. Now, these deals are good through January 31st. That's our good friends from Ace Hardware. And remember to download the Ace Rewards app, easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Tomorrow we'll be at Bugsy's in McHenry with Jerry Jams, 6 to 9. Thursday, Gigi's Are We Live? Me and Jerry. Friday, me and Double T at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, the Bocce tournament in Highwood is sold out. And Sunday, Ronald Nesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy, 3:30 in the afternoon. Carol, thank you so much. You have an incredible day. And don't forget, next Tuesday, folks, we'll be celebrating 1 year Twisted Tuesday, me and Carol. And she's going to ask Tony, me anything, and I have to answer it. And I will not know the questions. So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited.
Laura's going to love to listen to that one.
Yes.
All right, guys, be careful. Now, remember, support local entertainment, support live entertainment, support local restaurants. Be kind to one another. It is a cruel world out there, man. You know, if you have any beefs, try to fix them. Because life tomorrow is not promised to anybody. Have fun out there. Ringo Starr. I want to also Nick Sahajas. I hope your kidney stones.
yeah.
I hope that went well today.
Mhm.
We're still praying for you, buddy. Hope you're okay. Guys, be careful. Be good. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same station. And the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Bye-bye, everybody. Nick, take us out. Bye-bye.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from town.
That's it, folks. Thank you for sharing the show, and thank you so much for watching Ocean's Pit Monday through Friday at noon. Lunchtime fun. Peace and love. God bless you. Have a great day. Stay warm.